Trading the foreign exchange market carries high risk and may not be suitable for all investors. Trading on margin, utilizing leverage can carry an even higher level of risk that can lead to a complete loss of investment funds. So before deciding to trade the foreign exchange market or using any of our software alert products, you should carefully and diligently consider your personal investment objectives, level of experience, and risk tolerance. There is a possibility that you could potentially sustain significant loss. You should not invest any capital or trade that you cannot afford to lose. It is your responsibility to be aware of and understand all risks associated with foreign exchange trading and to seek professional advice from an independent certified financial advisor if you have any doubts. Auvoria Prime does not exercise trading authority over your trades. You and you alone exercise discretionary trading authority over every trade.
This is Forex Factory, so there's no real news going on today for anybody who was looking or wondering. I haven't seen anything to alarm. Tomorrow, right before the call that we're going to host, there's going to be some red folder news for the US dollar then. So interested to see how that plays out. And then same thing on Thursday as well. But I'd advise that you guys stay tuned and pay attention to any updates that come out in Telegram channels and all that. And we're basically going to take it easy until the launch of AP Live officially, so that way we don't have to deal with just the lag and some of the other problems that we were dealing with the Vimeo beta version that was already in the back office. All right, so just wanted to let everybody know that. How I plan on operating moving forward is really mainly just leveraging trading the indices during this hour. So it's depending on your account size, will obviously dictate what indices that you can trade. I'll let you know though that everybody can trade S&P. Even if you have a $100 account, you can still use a 0.01, probably even a 0.02, maybe on, actually I'll keep it at a 0.01. You could do a 0.01 for S&P 500. And a lot of times our indices move in a very correlated manner. So I just wanted to bring that up for everybody who was wondering what we're going to be trading on these calls specifically. I know that Jackie has different options and things that she's going to be doing along with Nate, along with Cash. I believe that Nate canceled all his calls this week because he's still really, really under the weather. And so hopefully he starts to feel better in the next couple of days and we'll be back. And I heard that he says that if he shakes his off in the next day or two, that he wouldn't be opposed to doing some calls to the back end of the week, but he wants to make sure that he's feeling in tip-top shape before he gets back on live. Shout out to Cash. What's up, good brother? How you feeling? So yeah, this is where I'm at with it. So right now, the indice that I'm looking at the most today is S&P for a couple reasons. So this is, I just literally just got a brand new VPS like last night, and this is from the company. So shout out to them. But I need to update the view settings. So you see how everything looks a little skinnier and a little smaller than it normally would. I just have to update the percentages of how everything's being displayed. So I'm gonna be able to do that probably after I hop off of this call. So excuse my choppiness. And shout out to y'all for pulling up. I see another 30, 40 people just hopped on. Good morning, good morning, good morning. What I'm looking at today mainly, appreciate you, Hans, is S&P. And you see here that if you go to the H1 for S&P 500, we had an AIRO here. What was this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 candles ago. So about 5 hours. And I mean, you got a clean bounce off of your zone here. And you got an arrow pointing in this direction. It's more so about, is this zone here going to disappear, or what the situation is going to be with that. But you have multiple reasons to be looking for upward movement. And even right here, our high of Asia session, basically, where I just put this red line. It's a little faint, but you can still see it. Once we get a break, this is what I was looking for, is that once we get a break north above this to take a buy up, it's look like we might get this prior to the New York Open. I wouldn't be opposed to hopping in. I'm just going to keep a tight stop. But this red line that you see right here, this is the high of the Asia session for yesterday. So price breaking this will give you, I think it's either strategy 3 or strategy 4. I forget. I think strategy 3 is the Asia session. Strategy 4 is the money zone breakout. So money zone breakout being that, let's say price were to go shoot all the way above this the previous high of yesterday, based on the money zone, that would be another potential opportunity for an entry. But I'm thinking about hopping in S&P right now on a lower lot size and potentially holding this to see what's up. But I like this H1 arrow. Obviously, it means that if price is going to break this, we'll be looking at a new all-time high, which is very, very possible. But we are going to see what happens at the 9:30 open, because usually we'll get some kind of a spike in a direction. So like, let's say if we think price is going up at the open, you might see like a big spike down, and then you get a potential opportunity to enter after that early volatility. So I don't really like taking trades like right before the open happens. I would rather shout out to Jackie too. Be up around that 5, 6, 7 range to take some trades around that if I plan on holding it. But on this call, I'm really looking to scalp and get in and out. So I want to wait until that news happens, or that volatility happens, and we can kind of take it from there. What's up, Alfie? How you feeling, good fella? That's my guy Corey on here too. What's up, Brody? Y'all could drop me any pairs in the chat too that y'all checking out, anything that y'all in. Let me know. Again, we're only going to be on here for an hour. Got a sick wife and other things going on. But definitely wanted to just hop on. Let's go see what's up with Nas and US 30. I know y'all see these cryptos doing their thing too. I'm like, man, I've seen some of the screenshots I've seen in the last like 10 days for people leveraging AIRO for crypto. And again, I'm not a crypto manual trader like that. I'm more an investor, buy, hold, long term. But some of the screenshots I've been seeing are just ridiculous. Like literally, just people catching. I think I seen a screenshot, Quintino catching like 20,000 pips like a couple days ago. I'm like, dude, it's insane. And I will also let y'all know on a secret. Who on this call? Let me see if Nate on this call. He's gonna cuss me out. Nah, he's still asleep. But yeah, so I gotta let y'all know in the secret that we have some massive updates that we're gonna be bringing to the AIRO community, and some other things that we're gonna be launching a part of the community coming around right around the same time as the AP Live, or right around that Miami session that we have booked as well. So September 16th, we're gonna be doing an AP Live in Miami. And it's looking like we're going to be, if not releasing, at least going into extreme detail about some of the things that we've been working on as an AIRO group, myself, Cash, Jackie, Nate, behind the scenes, that are going to add massive amount of value, stuff that we haven't really talked about with anybody outside of us. So really excited for y'all to see what we've been cooking up, because we got a lot of stuff coming. I wish I could tell y'all, but I can't yet. What's up, Noah? That's my guy right there. Perfect. So again, waiting until right around that 9:30 time when the New York Stock Exchange opens. We should see a big movement in either direction, and then potentially find an opportunity to trade right after that. Cash, you see him in the chat. Oh, y'all, anybody who's writing to me, if y'all want the rest of the group to see it, make sure y'all put all panelists and attendees so the attendees can see too. But Cash just said he's super hyped and he knows what's going on. I'm super hyped too. I think that it's going to really just completely shift the dynamic of what is it that we have here and what we're doing. But we wanted to get through AP Live, the Orlando event first before we kind of dictated what was going to come next. Appreciate you, Dr. Jeff. So we looked at S&P. Again, it's sitting right at that high. Again, I wouldn't be shocked to see it spike down and then an opportunity to enter up. If I were to take a sell for S&P or any of the indices, I want to see it. Let me go ahead. I'm really looking for buys, but if I were to take a sell, yeah, a lot would have to happen, because I would need to see it break below this point that we have yesterday. You got the low of your Asia zone here, and you have the money zone low yesterday, both in the same region. So it's like, it wouldn't shock me to even see a spike down into that point and then see price turn around. But obviously, I don't predict what's going on. I'm more so just responding to it. I know, Corey. Corey, you coming to Atlanta, bro? What's going on? Atlanta's going to be a movie. If y'all don't know, if y'all haven't already, anybody who has the ability to come out, August 26th, we're going to be having a massive event out here in Atlanta, AP Live. We're going to have the venue that we have is insane. It's like an old cycling, it's not old, but it's a cycling studio, and they removed all of like the bikes and all that, to where basically, I don't know if you guys have ever been to like a professional studio, but the entire wall from like ceiling to floor is a screen, and we'll be able to have the charts up on the like floor to ceiling, 10 feet high, of just the entire wall of where the market's going to be at. So it'll be really, really cool. I'm excited about seeing the family there, and anybody who's around. Yep, August 26th. Anybody who's around in the mix, pull up, come to Atlanta. And then we're doing another one in Miami, September 16th. And then there's a third one, October 28th in Dallas. And again, there's going to be some massive stuff that comes with the Dallas one as well. And that's about 90 days from where we're at right now. And you guys know about 90 days when it comes to network marketing and companies like the one that we're a part of. So we got some big time things we want to release then as well. we don't expect that to be the plans in there, but I feel that. That's funny. No, Brendan, it doesn't matter. With AIRO, you can have auto trading being on or off doesn't change the indicator. That's more only for EAs. If I have my dashboard up here, then it would matter because your dashboard is an expert advisor, but I literally only have just the 6 charts up that I've been really looking at. And so I just have the template of AIRO on top of them. But if I was using the dashboard, then your auto trading does matter. What's going on with Nas? Let's see. I haven't looked at Nas too much. I didn't even take a trade last week. Like literally zero, outside of my expert advisors, took 0 trades last week. Let's see. Again, all the indices seem to be in that near its highest point kind of a range. You see that price already did break the high of yesterday for Nas 100. Again, obviously zone's red, my line's red, so it's not the cleanest. But if you look at where the money zone ends at here, you can see the price is already above it. So it's just kind of like dancing. So let's see what kind of reaction we get once the exchange is open. I see y'all in the chat too. Y'all can hit me. You already know, bro. Appreciate you. Yeah, so I like the S&P setup more than I like the NOS setup, even though they trail each other even closer sometimes than US 30 and GR 30. For US 30, again, you do not be out here trying to trade US 30 with $200 account sizes. Like that is not the way. You keep it to S&P, and if you got like $500 for real, you can trade NAS. You need about $1,000 to $1,500 before you start trading S&P. I'm sorry, before you start trading US 30. But for those who can trade US 30, you're also similar to breaking your high of yesterday's Asia zone where you see this red line at. So about another probably 100 pips up to where your first potential entry for a breakout could be. But again, we're just a little too close to the open. So it's like I don't take any trades before the open just because get faked out. Like I'd rather be around. If I want to take a trade before the open, it'll be like 6, 7 a.m. on Jackie's call. Something like that. Otherwise, I'm comfortable waiting to see what happens and then going from there. Shout out to Corey too. Corey's one of the best traders that are part of the community. He's been killing it. Him, Quintino, that whole squad has been literally crushing it with the indices. So hopefully we can bring Corey back. So I'm being his ear and let him know. All right. And S&P just broke that high. It's a beautiful thing. You see the zone that was there is gone now. So this red line, we couldn't really see it prior because there was a zone here. We had this bullish engulfing here that closed over the line. It's just too close to 930, so I wouldn't want to hop in it. But I want to see what happens once the news comes out. Or I keep saying news, but it's really just the stock exchange open. But it's kind of like a mini news event every day because the volatility is there pretty much every day. It doesn't mean that the market is going to go like you're going to have a 10,000 pip move, but you're definitely going to get some kind of volatility almost every day. What time is it? How much time we got? Should be like 15 more minutes. Yep, 16 more minutes. Go ahead and drop me any pairs y'all want to check out. We can take a look at some things. Let me know some trades y'all in, what's going on. I'm really looking to take an indice scalp and get in and out, but I will check out some of the other things y'all got going on, and we can go from there. But we're looking to take this S&P buy after we see what's going on at 9:30, just for a quick scalp. Jeremiah said he's in GA. Let me break it up. Market watch. He said gold on a day chart. That's a lot. I'll bring it up, but that's definitely a lot to take a sell off the day. Just your patience level to trade off the daily has got to be at an all-time high. Let's see. I'll go take a look at gold after this one, Dylan. So for GA, what did he say he was looking for? Jeremiah, tell me what you see, tell me what you're looking for, tell me what you're looking at. That'll make the most sense. GA on a 15-minute. Again, you got 3 down zones. What's that? 5 or 6 up. So you're technically in a more of an uptrend. But you see yesterday, not too much movement. Oh, what did he say? Check the chat. Yeah, correct. So if you want to take this bag entry here, it ought to have been counter trend. This is probably like 2 hours ago. Let me see. Even this one on a 15-minute. You definitely have a bounce. You have your arrow. This would have been a strategy 6. So meaning that strat 6 is counter trend. So it's like, even though you're in an uptrend, you could take a clean bag entry setup if you so like. And you would have got, I think it's at 19, 20 pips in profit if you would have entered after this candle here. You would have had 6 pips of drawdown and been floating almost 20 pips in the blue. If you would have just taken it off of the strategy 1/6. The software didn't call a sell. Getting an arrow is not a signal. like definitely want to change the vocabulary when you're talking about it, because it's just an alert and an indication of a few things that's happening in the market that indicate momentum, but it's not calling a sell. It's more so what you see when you actually go look at the market yourself after you get said arrow. If you take every single arrow as a signal, you're gonna end up losing money. Speaking of signals, though, there's definitely a few things loading that we're working on without giving away too much. Sheesh. Yeah, exactly. Alfie said he took 1,800 pips on US 30 off of this bag entry. That y'all see that went up to this next zone. So there's an arrow here. Boom. And again, there was an arrow here. You could have technically still been in if you would have gotten in on this first arrow. But this guy here, boom, right up to the next zone. Clean. Samuel said GU M30. Let's go check it out. We got about still over 10 minutes. We got some time. Actually, no. Dylan said he wanted to see gold first. Template, arrow. Whoa there. I haven't looked at the gold chart in a minute. What did he say in the chat? He said gold day chart sell. I mean, you actually do got a lot more arrows here on your daily than you would for most pairs. I would not be looking to hop in a sell right now. You see that you did get an arrow after this day candle here. You had 2 consecutive down arrows here for that you see there. The software gave out. So you see this one here, and you don't get the arrow until after the candle's closed. So this is a full 24 hours that happened, and then you got the arrow, and then you got another candle following it that also had an arrow, and price dropped massively. Would I be looking for a sell right now? No, but this is definitely a massive move. I don't even look at the day chart like that anymore, because majority of time I'm more so scalping in and out, trying to get up out of here, more so than I am. I mean, these are huge moves, though. Let me go down to the H1, see what's cracking. Even here, look at this candle. This is the H1 candle. This is one candle with all this volatility in it, like so much. Pip count is crazy for one candle. You must almost 700 pips. How many pips? It's ridiculous. Perfect. Let me swing up GU. But yeah, for me, I'm more of a scalper when it comes to the industry, even the gold. Like I used to take a lot more gold trades when we first got AIRO. You are looking at a potential strat 4 though here for gold, Dylan. If you see here, you want to go at the bottom of yesterday's money zone. So this is yesterday's money zone. So getting a strong break over this red line here, that's around 1723, would actually be a good trade. So if price has a strong break over, you see a bearish engulfing candle that closes over this line, then you can have your stop loss either above the moving average or above the previous high and potentially ride this down if you get said break. But I wouldn't just predict it. It's more so kind of just being observant, which is why a lot of people have different apps, or you use MT4 or whatever to send you alerts when prices at certain points, or else you're going to be like having to look at the chart all day and night. GU, what's up, GU? The M5. So that gold cell looks good if it's going to break down below that line that we saw. For GU on the M30, he said, I got in yesterday. I'm in profit. I want to see what you thought. No problem, bro. For GU M30, you say looking for a buy, I think. Check the chat. It's in my Q&A. Yeah. Okay, so you're saying you took the arrow. Should you pull out? It depends on if you already set your stop. Like, it's not no necessary reason. For me, I usually pay attention to the moving average here. So you took this arrow here off of, I mean, it's just a strategy one. So strat one, uptrend, you're in more green than you do red. You got an arrow on the M30. Usually I'm looking for on the 15-minute for my bounce arrow goals, but they work across time frame, especially when you're trading with the trend. But my like indication to get me out of the trade for strategy ones usually is I leverage the arrow moving average that's right here. And when I see price open and close below that moving average in the opposite direction of where I took the trade, I usually hop out. So I wouldn't say the question, if y'all obviously y'all don't see the question, but she messaged me directly and she said, it looks like it's reversed. Should I pull out? I'll wait until this candle closes here and see what that's going to look like. And if it closes below your blue line here, if it doesn't respect and go back up in the next 8 minutes, yeah, I'll probably get out. Again, definitely not a financial advisor. Correct, Lewis. So it's like, because you can go to the daily chart, Lewis, and you'll see a trend on the daily, but then you're looking at the 5-minute and the 15-minute trying to enter trades, and it's like the two are not correlated as far as the overall direction of the market at that time. Like you could be in a downtrend and still have, buy opportunities to take trades. It's just the truth. So I try to pay attention to just the time frame that I'm actively trading on, and to keep things consistent from how I'm viewing it. No problem. This is the moving average of AIRO, Saeed. So it's already built in. All right, we're getting close. 6 minutes out. Let's see what's cracking. You again. Somebody texted me a gold stuck to break though. The number we're looking at is like 1724, just about 1723, 1724. Getting a strong break to the south over that. Yeah, I'll probably take the gold. So. Let's see what the dollar's doing. Y'all know I'm a big fan of seeing what's up with the US dollar. Yeah, and dollars went on an uptrend, which is why you see the GUs and the golds and stuff of the world dropping. But again, look at this. And you can literally trade just knowing what the dollar's doing. And you see price break this high of yesterday, and you get wicks off of that same area. Shout out to the Nas buy. I'm about to go look at that in a second. So let's say this is your line here for yesterday's high for the US dollar. Price breaks above it, and then you see some wicks here off of that same line. It is just showing you that. And again, if you go to the smaller time frames, you'll see it clear. that price trying to come back below this and didn't. So it's like knowing this coming into today's session, it's like US dollar prices going up. GU should be dropping. Shout out, I think there was a GU sell somebody was just talking about. GU's dropping, EU dropping. You can basically know what's going on in the market by understanding what's happening with the dollar. And because I need to change the parameters on my dashboard, Alfie, it's like it came up super small to where I couldn't even see it. So I have to go in and refresh everything after. Devin, it depends what I'm trading. So if I'm trading indices, 5 minute and 1 minute pairs, 15 minute and 5 usually. But I will look at the H1 for across the board just to get some overall direction. That's not too far zoomed out. Like looking at the daily and the weekly to get my direction of the trend at that time doesn't serve me as much as looking at the 4 hour and hour. And again, we see S&P still playing around this area. I like it to go north. For those who are a little more savage and already hopped in. Congrats. Let's see what this NOS situation is. I don't like NOS as much as S&P, even though if one goes, they probably both will. Mm-mm. 110 heads on the call. Shout out to y'all. Let's see if we can catch a quick scalp, and then we get up out of here. And again, you'll see, what was this, US 30? Yep. You got a bullish close that just broke. There literally was just a zone that was right here. That Alfie took the trade from here to here too. Price just broke that zone, and it's looking like it's going to close over this red line here. So depending on said account size, looking like another potential trade as well. But wouldn't shock me if we got a fake out at the open. Sometimes it just goes. Sometimes you get the fake out and you get an opportunity for an entry, but it's going to be quick. And look, it's already giving it to us, and I wish you would have waited. What moving average are we using? The AIRO moving average that comes along with the indicators. As soon as you set it up, it'll bring it up here for you. Shout out to the Q&A too. If y'all want to hit me in the Q&A. And again, I will still take it breaking yesterday's high as well. So it's like going to be hopefully multiple ways to hop in this trade. And we are 2 minutes out. All right, 2 minutes out. Apologies if I don't get to a question. I got S&P up there twice. $60 seconds. All right, let's see what we get. It's almost time. So I would rather a spike happen down and then we see price slow down and start to go the other way. Then you hop in on the next bullish engulfing on the 1 minute. But we're going to see. If it just shoots rockets right up, though, that's going to be a tough one to get into. Game time. So I'm looking at these three here, US 30, S&P, and now it's 100. Right. Looks like they're starting to go down. Let's be patient. Bring S&P up full screen. And this is why I wouldn't have hopped in early, because it would have been mad if you jumped in and then now we're right back at entry. Let me go to the 1 minute. Looking for a buy. It came down and respected this line here and touched it, and you see price starting to reverse. Not enough for me to get in just yet, though. No problem, Sam. You good? It's playing around this zone. The fact that it didn't break through it to the south, though, is a good sign. Let's just see, though. US 30's heading down. So is Nas had a spike down. Let's see. Nas here. It's looking like it's lining up. Again, here's your high the previous day. This red line that you see here on Nas. It's kind of teetering around it. No real direction being shown just yet. Be patient. Let's see if it shoots down. Can I view indices? I don't know. It depends on, not to say I don't know. It depends on what broker you're using. So I don't know what broker you're using, and if they offer indices. Some do, some don't. Some offer crypto, some don't. So it's all about which broker that you're using. And then yes, I was referring to the New York Stock Exchange Open, which happens at 9:30 Eastern, Monday through Friday. So this is good. I want to see price come close back up over this region, with a bullish engulfing on the 1 minute, and we'll take in for this buy. You see price is just kind of relaxing. This is good though. I think it's gonna go. Yeah, buddy. Let's see how this candle closes here, and I'll be looking to take this. Let me see what the 30 doing. Look, US 30 already respected back up. Nah, shot down. Let's be patient. We see US 30 is back above yesterday's high. Nas is tanking below it. S&P and Nas usually trail each other though, so it wouldn't shock me to see the same. It's just waiting and seeing what is it really going to give us. And you see it's been 4 minutes, so this one candle is gone, you know what I'm saying, massive pips in both ways. That's why I don't usually like to take them prior to the open. For me to take the sell though, I want to see it come down a little bit more. Like I would rather see this zone that we're looking at here get broken for me to take that sell. We can ride that out. Otherwise, I'll be waiting for some bullish activity in this region to take it up. But I wouldn't jump in the sell unless we broke this low region that we see here. And then your two real entries come below yesterday's low, along with the low of the money zone. Nas just gave us a 5-minute sell. Let's see. US 30 still sitting in the same spot. They're kind of playing. So your Nas arrow came from the 5-minute candle of the open. Definitely would not just hop in off of that. And yeah, I still feel the same. I think I like the S&P setup the most out of the three. If we can get what we need, which is a strong close above our red line, showing us that we're going back up. But if we don't get no strong close over it, I'm not going to be taking that. Questions, comments, I could drop them in the chat. I'm waiting it out. If we get what we need, I'll be in it. If not, I'm not going to force it. I'll check the GU sellout in a second, Saeed. I think I already brought up GU. Got you. Here's a good push. Let's see where this candle closes, though. It's like, let me see the other ones. 30 still above. Nas didn't really break down. It's close. This last candle here on the 1 minute is good. It's not the one, but it's good. 5 minute, we're still sitting right in that same area. It's how a lot of people get tricked out getting into too early. I will go bring back up GU. Saeed, give me 1 second. Yeah, not just yet. All right, let me go check GU. He said he's looking for an M on the 15 minute for a 7. You just got a 5 minute arrow here for GU. This thing's tripping. In your 15 minute, you are right about at a break too. So you're talking about this M here. It's not a clean M, to be honest with you, Saeed. But it still could be lining up for a good trade, especially when you know the dollar is getting stronger. So it's like you're right at this breaking point here. Once the zone clears, there should be a drop. Yeah, Nas is still below the line. It looks like it wants to drop and go ahead and test this other zone. S&P still hasn't decided just yet, which is so shocking. And I would rather take an S&P trade because I know that everybody has the account size to be able to handle it. We had a few people that are like, oh, I can't trade US 30, stuff like that. They only call US 30 trades out when it calls. I'm like, all right, cool. All right, we can trade S&P as the main thing. And all right, that's a good close right here. This candle that we're looking at right now may be the one. Nas is dropping. And it is, but it's not super clean. You did have your arrow off of that first one. If you hopped in, you would be in profit. I just don't like the setup. Yeah, you've been up almost 100 pips right now. Yeah, S&P. There we go. It's a good candle close here. We can hop in this. I'll put my stop. You're in it now. You can put your stop below the previous low. Or below this low here. And there she goes. Correct, Dr. Jeff. Looking for it to bottom out and to show us what we need to the north side. Absolutely. Up arrow on the M1 would be nice too. Joanne, we already were looking at gold. We're looking for a sell once it goes below the 1723, but I'm not about to bring that up right now. Yeah, I will only grab the Nas buy too at the bottom. So you see here, just touch this zone. Getting some strong bullish pressure will be great news. Yep, just got a message about somebody else being sick. Many prayers. Nick said he snagged about almost 100 pips on demo for Nas. Yeah, that would have been a quick one. You wouldn't hop out of there, though. Even US 30, still just kind of teeter-tottering around this same point. And if we hop off the call, just keep your eyes on the bag chat, too. I'll let y'all know any trades that I hop in. I think a few people just hopped on, too. Shout out to y'all. Numbers just went up by like 20 people. Let's see, it's just jumbled around the same price, not really clear direction-wise. If y'all got questions, throw them in the Q&A, throw them in the chat, and I will do my best to swing to them. No problem, you good. Yeah, everybody, that's something that's also a pain in the behind. It's just how different brokers call indices, or, you know what I mean? It has a different name for everything. Depending on where you're at, it can be kind of hard to follow, but it can be done. All right, here we go with Nas. He just had a strong breakup. I like it. I'll take it for the buy. My computer is lagging, bro. I'm just tripping. So you see here, you got a strong break over here with this 1 minute candle. It's a little bit of a better setup. Let's wait it, and I will let y'all know when I plan on getting in. It's close though. Mm, 9:45, yeah. Let's see. Middle of the stage. All right, so we took the Nas buy. Let's see what happens. I'll let my stop here. It's a little easier to see on the 1 minute than it is on the 15. I'm really just looking for 100 pips. That is all I'm looking for. We're about at 30. 45. If we get to 100, I'm out. Quick scalp. And hopefully, we can rock out for the day. It still looks choppy on the 5 minute. Some of the colors make it hard to see. Let's see what we get. Go back to S&P. And they're all just kind of playing around. Yeah, but I want 100. Jackie said she'll take 50. But for Nas, how I looking for TPYs for scalping for S&P, I'm usually looking for 30 to 50. For Nas, I'm looking for 100. For US 30, 200. So that's even if the setups and the trades are similar, just based on how they count their pips, that's usually what I'm looking for. So we're up 22 right now for Nas. I want to see if it can go ahead and give us that 100. But it looks a little indecisive. Where's the 5 minute? I want to see the zone get broken. But just like Dr. Cap said, we came down, sat on this line that's down here, and then price kind of shot up. Some people might have got in it a little early, but it's all good. The S&P setup, though, did not give us what I wanted. You would have to already have been in. Let me see. I'm using, my Nas is not showing up on my screen. I'm using MetaTrader 4 demo. It depends on the broker, bro. It really is on the broker that you're using. It really is. You can shoot me a DM privately, and I'll see what the situation is. If you're using like meta quotes, though, that ain't gonna cut it. We're at 40 for Nas. I'll take it. Someone got to sit in this thing all day. So I think it closed at 42 pips. I'll take that. I want to get something better. But because price didn't break through the zone up here, it's kind of like just teeter-tottering. Take that quick scalp, and we'll see what it gives us once this next candle closes, potentially for a re-entry. You see here on the 15, we're still sitting on this line, had a big wick down here that you see here on the 15 minute. That's good news. It's showing that there's buying pressure that's down here. It's just a little convoluted up in this region. And we did just get an AIRO on the last minute candle too, but I'm cool with the 40. I'll take that for now. Let's see what else we can find. And everybody keep your eyes on the bag chat too after we hop off. US 30 is like, you got some good wick action down here. I like all our indices to the north, to be honest with you. It's more so a matter of when. Question and answer. Q&A, hit me. Yeah, I still think it's going to shoot. Create a new all-time high. Sheesh. Some of these names on this call, you guys are from all over the world. Incredible. What's up, Ash? He said Malaysia needs more pips. I'm not mad at it. And again, I promise once we have AP Socials released, we'll go back to a more normal schedule and kind of how we had things before, except we have better streaming. And then we got a bomb that I want to tell y'all, but I can't because we just decided on it a couple days ago. Are the spreads the same for indices for all brokers? Absolutely not. No spreads are going to be the same for brokers, just because every broker, how they charge per commissions and swaps and all of that stuff is different across the board. There's great options out there, though. You just got to do some research. Time is it? All right, got another 10 minutes, y'all. Shoot me any questions, shoot me any pairs I want to look at in these last 10. I will still be in and out of the charts after the call. So hopefully if anything else lines up, I'll let y'all know in the group. My guy, Daniel Watson, bro. I wanted Mr. Consistent. Right here, you see SPX, big fella. So my next entry for SPX would be if you didn't take the one that's around right at the open. And again, if you go down to the 1 minute, it's choppy. But when you get some of these bullish engulfings that we've seen, you could have hopped in on the 5. It's a great wick. I love this right here. 2 wicks directly off of the moving average. That's amazing by confirmations. And then your next entry would be a strat 4 potentially that's up here. So right around, what's that, 444, 4440 for another potential entry that's up there as well for that breakout. Nah, much love, Corey. You already know. This is a little quick, John. I can still feel just not the greatest right now. So I'm just trying to help everybody get in, grab some pips, get out. The breakouts are the easiest to trade. Like breakouts and momentum. Like that's why I love the indices. It's just because I personally find it a lot easier than doing what I was used to be doing beforehand to be able to trade successfully. So it's like leveraging momentum and leveraging the breakouts and the arrows is pretty simple and easy to be consistent because you're looking for a specific thing. My screen could be laggy, bro. I don't know. And again, once we off of Zoom and we have our official AP Live platform, it's literally like I've already used it. The stream is fire. Like we did a test at the AP Live event and everything for like the speed and everything. It was incredible. So once that's out, all of the stuff that we're dealing with will be a lot smoother for everybody, and it'll be so much easier to scale and help folks. And you see S&P is shooting for anybody who hopped in or wasn't already. It's probably the same, but nah, still sitting in the same spot. But we are going to see what is it that we get. Spreads. In the 30, y'all got to really watch them account sizes. Y'all out here trading the 30, all right? Be careful. Then seeing people get their neck broke trading the 30. And again, it's a nice bullish candle here on the H1 for US 30. I like all of them to the north. It's just when and finding a good time to enter. Let's see what we get. Question, shoot them at us. We got another 5 minutes. let me know. And then after the call, listen, let's stay in the back chat. Let's stay active. Like drop any trades that y'all getting into, things y'all looking at. Let's really get this community up. And then myself and Jackie will be on tomorrow. So shout out to her for being a trooper. Another person who's still just recovering from just a crazy week. And so shout out to all of y'all, and appreciate everybody who've been supporting the AIRO squad now. Some of y'all for months on months. Another simple question. I thought AIRO only works on Forex pairs until this call. On buying and selling indices and cryptos, does this still return money once you close the sale? Yes. So, I mean, the trade that we closed just now is like, I think it was 41 pips, 42 pips. On my account that I have that you guys see, this is just $1,000 account that I'm trading, but I have it connected to multiple other accounts of mine. And with the one account that I'm trading is a freaking, what's that, a 0.5 lot for the 40 pips for now. So it's like 40 times $5 per trade. It's a couple $100. Take that. I used to serve tables to make $200-300 in a day. And any recommendations on entry amount? Yeah, you got to be careful with the if you never traded indices before, just stick to S&P. S&P is the answer. And again, you see S&P here breaking up and almost look at this. It's almost at that high that we just drew in. You get a strong close over that. That's another entry for those who aren't already in. And yeah, so run that bag up. But for indices, you want to stick to S&P in the beginning. And the S&P is literally like a turned up Forex pair. It's like kind of like gold. It's kind of like GBP, NZD. So where it's not as slow as a regular Forex pair. It gives you that sauce that you want. He said gold is down below yesterday's money zone low. Hold on. We talked about this, y'all. We did have this conversation. So for those who are on, let me go ahead and bring up this gold chart one more again. And it'll be the last thing I do before I get out of here. And it was one gentleman who's already in the gold trade. He was waiting for it to drop. So shout out to him. Yeah. So my bad, Casey. So on so for $1,000 account, I'm really like I don't even want to trade with US 30 on $1,000 account. You really want 1,500 is the sweet spot for 50 for US 30 with just a 0.01. For S&P, you can keep it to a 0.01 per $100. And so for the $1,000 account, you could trade with a 0.1 S&P and not be at risk of like blowing your account. You could, and again, that's why we talked about the targets that I'm looking for with each indice. So for S&P, I'm usually looking for 30 to 50 pips. NAS usually 100, and US 30 usually 250 pips. And it happens super quick. So it's with S&P, you can still do 0.01 per 100. With NAS, you want to do like a 0.01 per 500, and then with US 30, you want to do like a 0.01 per 1,500. And again, this is just my opinion. Y'all can do what y'all want to do. But Jackie just got a message yesterday from somebody who took one of her calls. She called out a NAS trade, and they used I think they had like a $300 account, and they put oh, my bag. I keep saying Casey, bro, but I know as you know it. But it was she put the trade in, and somebody margin called their account because they used like a 0.05 on like $200 account, and it's like it basically just as soon as they entered the trade, took their money. So that just goes into not knowing your lots and not knowing what you got available and all that stuff is definitely a big deal. And look at S&P doing its thing. For those who are not in already, that was your second entry. And is it going to keep rising? I don't know. But when we first looked at this, we're looking at it on the H1, and we saw this arrow that we called out, and it came out maybe 2-3 hours, maybe 3 hours before the call. But you got a clean bounce arrow. It just takes time, obviously, with the H1s, and now we see it starting to shoot, and hopefully it can just keep going up and creating a new high. So no problem. Yeah, so for entry amount, again, I just broke that down. For the Forex pairs, you can go with 0.01 per 100. For indices, for US 30, 0.01 per 15, NAS, 0.01 per 500, and then S&P is the same as a Forex pair. Basically, it's the same. You can be a little more conservative if you want to go 0.01 per 200, but I'm comfortable with 0.01 per $100, honestly. But we're going to wrap up today's call. I thank you for all 132 of y'all who hopped on. Hope y'all grabbed a couple of pips on Nas and got some insights as far as what the market's doing. We will be back in full strength very soon. But I'm grateful for everybody who's been hanging in there, rocking with us this whole time. Really, really means a lot to me personally. Enjoy the rest of y'all's day. Tag me on IG, hit me on my DMs, or text me on Telegram, and I'll get back to you. And we go from there. Much love.